Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Phil Switch. I'm Phil Carute, and I'm joined by my fearless co-host, Brock Tamarino. The Phil Switch podcast is brought to you by Sal's Tire Caps. Sal's Tire Caps. Anytime, any place. Sal's Tire Caps has your six, depending on the rotation of your tire at the time. All right, cool. Brock, I believe you have a few words here right out of the gate.
Yeah. I just wanted to remind the listeners, remind the viewers, if you enjoy this show, have a good time while you're hanging out with us, please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. If you guys wouldn't mind, helps out the show, so we're told. And yeah, that's all I got. So how are you doing, Phil?
Doing good. I can't yet, same old. Back in the studio doing another episode of the Phil Switch. And I thought today that we might, I got to thinking when we had Peter on last time, and don't worry, Brock, Peter's not coming back on this time, but I happened to think when we had him on last time, he was talking to one of our callers, Clarence, when he was kind of helping him. And he told Clarence to find his happy place or pretend it was his happy place or something like that. I forget exactly what he said. And I thought it might be nice, maybe a little uplifting, inspirational, if I dare say so, to have our callers let us know what it is that makes them happy. What it not necessarily, I guess what's their happy place, but what makes them happy. So I know, if you don't mind, Brock, I'll make it easy. I'll start out. What makes me happy is hanging out with my family, doing the Phil Switch. That makes me happy. And getting together with some guys that I talk to on a weekly basis, enjoying a cigar and chatting with those guys. It's a secret society, so I can't really talk about it. And those are the things that kind of make me happy. So family, the Phil Switch, which allows me to do something kind of fun. And another thing that allows me to do something kind of fun, along with hanging out with my family, is hanging out with the guys on once a week. So, Brock, what are some things that make you happy?
I'm a pretty simple guy. So hanging out with my family, just like you said, just every so often, as much as I like to hang out with my family, just having maybe some time alone to collect my thoughts, gather my thoughts. I like to exercise. I don't go crazy, but that makes me happy, makes me feel better when I get to do that. And, like I said, pretty simple. That's kind of what I like to do.
All right, great. Yeah. So, see, that's easy. So, for the listeners out there that might be reluctant to call in and talk about that, it's that easy. We're just talking about things that make us happy or bring us a little bit of joy in this confusing, strange, wild world we live in. And we actually have a first caller. Cool. So let's see. Who is... Okay, producers got on our screen here. Pat. Pat, what is it that makes you happy? You're on the Phil Switch. Let us know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so guys, just like you said, Phil, you hit the button right on the nose or whatever, the nail on the head or something. Anyway, guys, what makes me happy? This is going to sound maybe a little bit, I don't know, maybe shallow. Some of you guys might think out there, but for me, what makes me happy is the perfect cup of coffee. So I like to get my coffee. I like to take a little sip, and from the first sip, I know, oh, this not only is this coffee, but this day is going to go well, or maybe this just isn't the day that I'm going to have the best luck today. So that really gets me started. Of course, like you guys said, I just wanted to say something a little bit different, but something that also brings me joy and happiness. So I pick coffee because, of course, my family, things like that, of course, of that nature, my friends, things like this here. But coffee is what really is just a simple pleasure that I'm sitting in my car alone, getting ready for the morning, and I taste the coffee and I'm like, oh my gosh, this day is going to be remarkable. So it's coffee, guys. And thank you for having me on. I love you guys' show. Keep doing what you're doing. Power to the people, speak to power, all that stuff that you guys do here. Well, Pat, to be honest, I don't know that we do much of that, but thank you. And I hope today was a great cup of coffee for you. Oh my gosh, it was one of the most beautiful cups of coffee I've ever had. So you can just guess how my day's going. It's going beautifully.
All right. Thank you very much, Pat. Just like Phil said right at the top of the show, it's that easy. We're just talking about things that make us happy. Next up on the screen, we might have to make sure that we make it clear to this caller when he comes on, is Reverend Bobby Springsworth. So, Reverend, as always, we kind of have a time constraint here. So, just keep your answer nice and brief. What makes you happy, Reverend?
Oh, Brock. Oh, Phil, I'm so glad to be on the Phil switch, and I will try to keep it brief. Oh, Lord, I'll try to keep it brief. But I will tell you right now what makes me happy. And guess what, guys? You guys are never going to believe this. You guys, can you guess? Can you feel it in your bones? Can you feel it in your spirit? Phil, can you feel it?
So what makes Reverend Springsworth happy? Prayer?
Oh, Phil, you almost, oh my gosh. I'm almost convinced there's a spirit running through me right now. You are so close, Brock. Brock, do you have a guess for old Bobby here? Do you have a guess?
Praying with people?
Oh, Lord, you guys are so close. Oh, Lord, you're close. Oh, Lord, I can feel it up in my bones. I can feel it go through my spirit, through my... Oh, Lord, what is it that makes... What is it that makes Bobby Springsworth happy, Lord? And that is... The Lord. The Lord makes me happy. I almost knocked my mic over right there. The Lord. The Lord makes me happy. That's what makes me happy right now is the Lord. The Lord makes me happy. I bet you guys didn't know that, but that is my simple answer. The Lord makes Bobby Springsworth happy. The Lord.
All right, cool. So the Lord makes you happy, and at some point that's great. That's great. So let's just leave it there. That's good. Thank you, Reverend Bobby Springsworth, for letting us know that the Lord makes you happy. And if I may say so myself, without crossing any lines here, the Lord makes me happy sometimes. What about you, Brock?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't mind saying there's a higher power. If there's not a higher power, then who created everything? What, do you think it was you? I doubt that. So, okay. Anyway, next caller is Yoshki. Yoshki, you are with the Phil Switch. We are asking our callers, what makes you happy? So, Yoshki, what makes you happy?
Okay, thank you.
Yoshki, you are with the Phil Switch. All right, that was Yoshki. Who knows? Who knows what makes? You know what? I remember this caller. I remember Yoshki. Okay, yeah. Who knows what makes Yoshki happy? But he seems like a happy fellow. He's at the very least grateful. Always grateful. So that's good. The next caller up is Coach. Coach, you are on the Phil Switch. What makes you happy?
All right, guys. So, I am a coach at the local gym, and one thing, you're running into a thing where at the new year, you guys are having a lot of at gyms. We're having a lot of new people come into the gym, and they're working on getting their workout regimen in order and in place. They're starting on a nutritional thing. They're coming in, they're looking at guys like me. People call me Coach. They're looking at me and saying, Coach, you're a trainer here. What do I need to do? I want to get stronger. I want to get fitter. I want to have a good cardiovascular system. But I also know that I need to combine this with proper nutrition. And that's where I come in. Well, actually, I'm a trainer, so I kind of run the whole gamut. So I typically start out by saying, what does your day look like? And they'll immediately start saying, well, I do this. And I say, now hold on a second. Well, what does your nutritional day look like? And when the people are telling me what their nutritional day looks like, a lot of people that are coming for the New Year's resolutions, it's like I'm a minister, they'll come to me and they'll start confessing. Coach, yesterday, when I was celebrating the new year, I had 2 boxes of Oreo cookies, half a gallon of milk, and but the nice thing is that I ended it healthy with half an apple, and I'll say, well, we're going to have to get that under control first. We've got to figure out what goals you have. And so what I will typically do is I will ask them, and I'm sorry, this is kind of a long-winded answer to get around to what makes me happy. But I will typically ask them, because everybody has a different fitness goal, especially at the beginning of the new year. And I will typically ask them something to the effect of, well, are you here because you want to get, because I can't assume everybody has the same goal. Okay. As a fitness trainer. So I'll start by asking them, well, are you trying to get, more fit? Are you trying to get stronger? Are you trying to lose some weight? What is it that you're trying to do? What goals do you have you want to accomplish? And then together I will help them accomplish that goal. That's my goal. So let's say they're trying to get more fit. Then I will obviously recommend that they start doing, because fitness, a lot of people think, well, if I want to get fit, I got to lose a bunch of weight and things like that. And there's kind of a misconception there. If you want to get more fit, you do actually need to build lean muscle mass on your body. And so I'll start by saying, well, let's do what we need to start out doing, especially if it's not somebody that's lifted before or done any type of weight training, is we'll need to get you on some type of workout regimen where you're doing some resistance training. By resistance training, I'm just simply saying weights. That can be a weight machine, or it could be free weights. Now, I don't really have a particular recommendation I offer to new people. I just say go light to start out with and increase the weight as you go. That seems to work for most people. And when it comes to nutrition, I'll tell people, don't go crazy. Like if it's the person that came in and said they ate 2 boxes of Oreos, half a gallon of milk, and then half an apple, I'll say maybe cut out all but like maybe just 2 Oreos. Probably don't need that much milk to wash down 2 Oreos, and go ahead and eat the whole apple. And then, for the love of God, I won't say this to them. I won't say for the love of God, but I'll say something like, and maybe get some like lean protein. We're talking chicken. We're talking fish. We're talking even lean red meat, which red meat kind of has a bad rap, but lean red meat can actually be very good and nutritious for the body, especially if you're going to do any type of workout regimen where you're trying to build lean muscle mass. And so I'll start there, kind of talk about what we're going to do in the workouts, talk about the exercise. Now, here's the thing that makes me happy, and I'm sorry this was long-winded. The thing that makes me happy is when people come in, even if they're new, they have some sense of proper form. What I find a lot of times is people that come in, they don't have the greatest form. And then when they're trying to do a push-up, their butt's in the air, and it looks like every time they go down and up, they're trying to, hump the invisible man. So I really am happy when people come in with the proper form, because a lot of times if people have been working out on their own and they're just doing things, it's harder sometimes to try to fix a bad habit than it is to develop a good habit. And so when people come in and they either have good form or they haven't worked out at all, those are the things that make me happy. When people come in with bad form, I'm unhappy, but I don't want to talk about that, because we're talking about things that make you happy. So when new customers come in, new clients come in, and they have good form, or they're a clean blank canvas for me to work with, that's what makes me happy. That's what makes the coach happy.
All right. Yes. Thank you. And thank you for that fitness information there, the health and nutrition information or whatever. We appreciate that, Coach. So thank you. And maybe at some point, since he's got expertise, maybe we could have Coach back on to give our listeners some more health advice and health tips.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, if you guys just want to get, you want me to give you my contact information? Actually, just what you do is we'll click you over to another line. When you're on the line, our producer will be there, and he will get all that contact information from you, so we can book you for another time to come in and yeah, that's a good idea, Brock, to have you come in and give our listeners some fitness advice, if you wouldn't mind. You know, we don't want to take your time or anything, but if you'd be willing to do that, that'd be awesome. Oh, that's no problem. Yeah, I'll give your producer all my information, and we'll just go from there. I appreciate it, fellas. Yeah, no problem at all. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach, for coming on the Phil Switch, and maybe we'll hear from you again soon. So, on to it's going to be our last caller. It looks like. On to Bob. Bob, welcome to the Phil Switch. We are reaching out, or I guess callers are technically reaching out to us, but we are asking our callers, what is it that makes you happy? So, Bob, go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you right now, what makes me happy is my family. And I know that you guys have been saying that, and I don't want to copy what you guys have been saying, but when I'm looking at my kids and I'm looking at my wife, I can't be happier. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that can make me happier than looking at my kids and wife right in the face. I'm looking at them right in the face, and when I look in their eyes, I can see their heart. I know where their heart's at. I know where their mind's at. It's in their body, obviously, but I can see like what their intention and motivation in life is, and that's what makes me happy. It's my family.
All right, that's perfect. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, once again, another vote for family. So,
and hey, hold on, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead, Bob. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
So, like I said, what makes me happy is my family. And when you guys got starting talking about what makes people happy, and I thought about calling in, I couldn't help think about my Uncle Skip a little bit.
Oh, did your Uncle Skip pass?
Oh, no, he's still alive. Yeah. But I just thought about him because I thought of how happy I was to have my family and how happy I am and how happy my family makes me. And I just started thinking about my Uncle Skip. And I just was thinking to myself how my family makes me so happy and how Uncle Skip never had a family.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some people decide not to have a family, or some people, life circumstances just don't allow for it for whatever reason, or,
oh, no. He, So my Uncle Skip, he's always been a real good uncle to me and my brothers and sisters and my cousins. He's always been a real good uncle. He's probably the coolest uncle anybody's ever gonna know. But I think he always wanted a family. I think because he's always been so good with me and, like I said, my brothers and sisters and my cousins. I think he would have liked to have kids. In fact, I've had a conversation with him, and I know he would have liked to have kids. But here's the thing, okay? He used to work at a factory not too long ago. Well, it's been quite a while ago because, but probably about 10, 15 years ago or longer. And he worked in that factory there, and there's an explosion in that factory. Well, that explosion caused a fire. And my Uncle Skip was affected by that fire, see. When he was in that fire, well, it burnt his gentles.
I'm sorry, what's that?
That factory fire my Uncle Skip was in. When he was in that fire, it burnt his gentles.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, wow, that's really sorry to hear that.
Yeah, because I think if that hadn't happened, he would have had a family probably. Now people will ask me. Sometimes people won't have a lot of questions. You guys have a lot of questions about that factory fire?
Not really. I don't.
Yeah, no. I think you've summed it up.
Oh, well, sometimes people will ask me questions about it, and I'll just tell you guys right now, in case you are curious. I don't know whether it was the branch or the corn pops that got burnt in that factory fire.
We don't. I don't think anybody needs to know that. That's okay.
I don't know that either. I've never asked my uncle. I've never asked him if it was a branch or the corn pops.
Okay.
Well, I still got more.
All right. Good. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, so I know my uncle would have liked kids because I said I had a conversation with him before, right? Yeah, you were saying that you had actually asked him and talked to him about that.
Yeah, I was talking to him one day. We went fishing, and we were just kind of sitting there because we were fishing. We weren't fly fishing. We were like standing in the river or nothing like that. We were sitting up on the shore, fishing. And we got to talking. I said, Uncle Skip, you always been such a good uncle to me and my brother and sisters and our cousins. And I said, I did you ever want to have kids? And he said, yeah, I did want to, but there's that whole factory fire thing. And I said, that factory where you burnt your gentles? And his face got kind of red. He said, yeah, that one. And I said, well, I think you'd have been a real good dad had you not gone and burned your gentles. And he got real red, and he said, hey, it's not like you make it sound like I burnt my gentles on purpose. And I said, oh, I didn't mean it that way. And he said, that's how it kind of came off. Do you guys think it came off that way?
Well, I mean, you did say, like, you did say to your Uncle Skip you would have been a good dad or father, whatever, had you not went and burned your genitals, the genitals.
Yeah, that's what I said, gentles.
Okay. I mean, I could see how it was accusatory there, that, he would have been a good father had he not gone and done this, as though, like, when you say, had you not gone and done that, it makes it sound like you did it, like the person you're talking to did it on purpose.
Oh, I guess I can see that now. But I didn't mean it that way. I just meant had he not gone and burned his gentles, he might have had a chance to be a dad.
What you said it there again.
Oh, I guess I could see how that could be accusatory.
Accusatory.
Yeah. You got anything else for us, Bob? No, I think that's about all I got. All right, well, we're going to let you go, Bob. It's about time for us to start wrapping it up here at the Phil Switch. So, Bob, we appreciate you coming on. Thank you for sharing what makes you happy, and sorry to hear about your Uncle Skip's situation. All right, thank you. I'll let you guys know that you said sorry. Okay, cool. Thank you, Bob. All right, so that's been another episode of the Phil Switch. What makes you happy? So good, guys. As always, thanks for listening. If you would like to check out my other podcast, the 1st and 15th, you can do that on the 1st and 15th of every month. We actually have a 115 extra now, which we do on the weeks that aren't the 1st and 15th. So you can check that out as well. That I host that with Kaplowitz over at Kaplowitz Media. If you would like to reach out to us here at the Phil Switch, you have any suggestions or questions, comments, anything, you can do that by emailing us at thephilswitch@gmail.com. Again, that's thephilswitch@gmail.com. Guys, we wish you all a great week, and we'll talk to you soon here at the Phil Switch.